are here again today, the same crew. It ain't new. We doing it like we always do. And I got my boys here, Joshua and Jordan here, about to bring the heat. You know, it's crazy because, you know, them Dallas Cowboys, man, good Lord have mercy. We always doing something. I don't know, you know, we're going to have to talk about this right here today. We're going to have to talk about, you know, where we're sitting, but our defense, our offensive coaching, you know what I'm saying, what it's going to do. And not only that, knowing what we have, we're going to talk about, you know, what we need as a team, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this head coach and all of that, they here to stay. So now the only thing we can do is go forward and say, okay, now with the crew that we have right now, what do we need to go and get? But before you start there, have you seen that trade? Oh, that NBA crazy. I mean, look, man, I've never seen anything like this before. And we're going to talk about this right here, man, because before we get to this Dallas stuff, we got to talk about this trade because, you know, Anthony Davis, you know, Luka, you know, one of us think that one of the team is better off with this. And then somebody else here thinking like, no, hold your horses. I think we need to go the other way. But we're going to start right there, you know what I'm saying? Because of what I saw and what I heard and the amount that they're getting for those two, don't get me wrong, those two are good players, man. Both of them, to me, are great players. But I'm a little hesitant about this right here. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But, you know, I know, Jordan, I know you feeling piped on them Lakers that to the point that off air, you were talking about bringing a new fan base.
I'm a,
I'm not trying to
I'm
see
a,
that.
I
I'm not
might be
trying
a
to see
Laker
that.
fan now.
No, I'm not trying to see that at all. You
I
know what I'm
might
saying?
look.
No.
Look, Ari might be happy because I might go and put on a Lakers jersey. I never thought I'd
Oh
be saying that,
my
but I
goodness.
like Luka. I was rooting for the Dallas Mavericks in the finals, so I know the it's crazy. Everybody's shocked. I was shocked when I seen it come up on my timeline, and I was like, "Ain't no way that they traded Luka." Like everybody in the comments, everybody, their mama, even Katie on the sidelines was shaking their head like, "This got to be fake. There's no way
For real.
you trade your generational franchise player who just took you to the finals. There's no way you do that. It's crazy. At least somebody in Dallas is making moves, though. At least somebody's doing something in Dallas.
You're right.
That's all
Right.
I'm gonna say.
But you know, I mean, you know, I know you probably would think that. Okay, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question to you. Who got the better end of the deal? Dallas or Lakers?
I think the Lakers got the better end of the deal.
Really?
If we're talking about, yeah, if we're talking about just strictly off of age, like Luka is 25 and's already been to a finals. AD can't say he's been to the finals before the age of 25.
Okay.
I think Luka's
I'm glad you
ceiling is.
finished that because I thought you were about to say he can't say he'd been to any, you know, a finals. I'm like, the dude won. But go ahead.
He can't say. I can say he can't. He hasn't been to a real finals.
Come
his
on now.
his finals was Disney.
Look, that game, the game still is in the books. You still have to play. I get
It's in the
that.
books, but everybody just like his games in the books. Hey, I'm treating him. I'm treating his finals just the way they treat KD's finals. They put an
But
asterisk next to it.
okay, you can put an asterisk,
It
but
is.
you know,
It is. Though. Okay, he got one.
everybody had a chance to play though. It's not like Luka wasn't here during that time. He still had a chance to play, but he didn't win. So you can put an
Uh,
asterisk or not, but it is what it is. But you
I'm
know,
just saying the history. Because we always look at stuff at face value, but there's always history. You got to read in between the lines of what was going on at the time.
oh,
And
I
a
get it.
lot of
I get
players,
it. I get
by
it.
the way, it was a lot of players, didn't have their head in the game. Some players did not want to be there.
Look,
So
man,
that was
look.
my thing. Well, that's here and there.
Hey, you know
But
what
it
though?
happened.
Regardless
Yeah,
of
he got
regardless
one.
of
Yeah, you're
asterisks, I'm
right.
not. There's some people don't have
Hey,
asterisks because
but
they didn't win. But
but
there's someone who has one. But you're gonna have to count it though. You gotta count it.
you
You might not want to
you're
count
right.
it.
You have to count it. I'm just saying, we don't really don't cover NBA topics, but I'll be in the NBA community, and they be talking trash about that. But here and there, that's near here or there. because at the end of the day, the reason I think Luka, I mean, and I think AD is at this point of his career is a number two guy, maybe even a number three guy. He's on and off. I mean, the running
Number
joke,
three?
in
No,
Lakers, the
no.
running joke in Lakers community is that AD it will get you a one game, he'll drop 30, in the next game he'll give you five maybe.
But see, that
So
that
he's
wasn't
never.
lately. He wasn't doing that. Nah, he had, and then
What?
also,
He just
also
did that last year.
that,
He
this
just
year,
did that last
how what?
season.
No, last season he played well
I'm
last season.
talking about in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
He's never been consistent outside of the bubble. He's never been a consistent every single game. I'm gonna give you
okay.
30 a night. Like
Okay,
he's never
no,
been that
it's a lot of
consistent
games. It's a
with
lot
the
of games.
Lakers.
It's a lot of games. But not every
There's a
night.
lot
But
of
it's a lot
games
of
he
games.
took
It's a
off.
lot of
Yes.
games he played. He played well, way better. I mean, what is that? 24 points per game this season. Last
Not
season,
well enough.
2025.
Not well enough.
2025
Yes.
points per
LeBron
season. The whole
James.
season.
The,
That's
the,
still
the
crazy.
LeBron James is literally. LeBron James at his age with AD on his team should not have to be the number one guy.
But
That's
it's
my
only two
point, and
of them though.
everybody's point.
But that's still
What?
but okay. But we're talking about LeBron James being the GOAT. So now how you gonna just downgrade that? You on the squad with the pretty much the GOAT that people claim that LeBron. I don't think he's a GOAT. I don't think he's a GOAT at all. I think Michael Jordan the GOAT. That's another topic we want to discuss. But
He's an
still,
old GOAT.
but still,
He's
but
old.
he's still
Nobody considers LeBron.
Nevertheless, that boy has been proven that he is better pretty much than a whole slew of superstars that's in the league right now. No matter who was on that squad, LeBron probably still going to be
Dad,
LeBron.
if the game was only played in 2 quarters, yes, but it's it's a 4 quarter game. And guess what? LeBron can't do everything. He can fill the stat sheet. It was sad. I'm not that big of a LeBron James fan, but even I felt bad for the man in the playoffs. He literally putting his soul on the line. You can see him running out of gas just because he's not that youthful, energetic LeBron anymore. He's not 30, mid 30 or a 20-year-old LeBron no more. And when you see him getting gas, when he was getting smacked by the Nuggets, and you're looking at AD like, AD, where you at, bro? This man literally dying out here on the court. He can't even go on the bench and take a break without them losing the lead. That's why I'm like, what is AD really doing if LeBron should not have to carry the team. And now that he has Luka, a dog, a bona fide dog, and that's another question that people have for AD. Is he really a dog? Does he really have that spirit? Some people say no. A lot of people say no. A lot of people in the Lakers community said that they should trade they should trade AD. A lot of them is happy. So I don't know, but this is crazy. I'm about to give me a 77 Lakers Luka Lakers jersey. That just sounds good. Hollywood is doing Hollywood things.
Say what?
What I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. Why I can't fathom how somebody would think that Anthony Davis, who gets hurt a lot, is also 31 years old, who also on his best day averages the worst of Luka Doncic is better than Luka Doncic. So Doncic. So like I don't understand how you would think that Anthony Davis is like there's nothing. The facts are the facts, right? Like Luka Doncic minus his first year in the league, right? Minus his first year in the league, Luka Doncic averages more points per game than Anthony Davis. That's just, and I get it. It's apples and oranges, but he's a shooter. He averages more points, and not even to mention the fact that he was in the finals because of him. I get it. If you wanted to go against the Kyrie Irvings of the world, and all right, it was really Kyrie Irving that put him over the top or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, the dude was still balling.
Hold on, Josh. Let me cut you off, Josh, to help your point. Kyrie ain't show up in the finals. It was Luka dragging them in the finals. Go ahead.
Yep.
I just wanted to
Yep.
just case
Okay, exactly.
that
So anyway, so
no.
yes, and he's exactly right. Luka was against the Celtics. Now I get to the whole Celtics, they have a great team or whatever. But I just don't understand like how and I'm not trying to say that you're not in your right mind, but I can't fathom how everybody knows I don't know that much about the NBA. But one thing I definitely do know is that Luka is a definite better player than Anthony Davis. And it's just the facts prove it, the tape proves it. So
Well,
I don't
well, I have some bad news for you, both of you. You're wrong. That Luka is offensively
Wait, you're
is
saying
hold
Luka.
on,
You're saying right now. You're saying right now.
offensively, Luka, you can say yeah, whatever the case. Defensively, you can't even put defense in Luka's name. That dude don't play defense. He's a
You
liability
gotta
on
take the D
defense.
out of
That
Doncic.
dude that
You
Doncic.
gotta take the D out of Doncic.
You dang Skippy, because I do. If nothing else, you got somebody who plays solid, great defense. You got on both ends of the court. So okay, yeah, he don't score. He don't score every game like you looking for.
Right now.
But defensive, you crazy. You crazy. All around player. He don't stand as an all around player better than Anthony Davis. I'm sorry. You can go ahead and say that I do pull
okay,
offensive
good.
score,
So he's
but no, definitely no. But
I
check this
will
out.
I will
They're
I will
both
agree with
all
you. I will
stars.
agree with
They're both all stars. They both
Look,
all stars.
No, they're
no,
Who?
not.
So
yes,
are you going to say that Anthony Davis is
technically,
not an all star?
yes.
You are crazy.
He's a star.
Technically,
No, no,
He's
no,
a
yes.
no, no,
star.
no,
Well,
no, 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 no,
actually,
no,
was
no,
he
no,
even
no,
an
no,
All
no,
Star
no, no.
last year? I don't know if he was.
Come
I don't
on,
know if he
man.
was an All Star
You
last
guys are
season.
tripping.
But hold
That
on,
dude
right
is an
now, Dad,
all
right
star.
now.
He's an all
Okay,
star.
yes, he's an
He's an all
All
star.
Star.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with right now. Anthony Davis never in his career has been top 5 player. Right now is considered one of the top players in the league. You can never say that about Anthony Davis. You can say he's good.
I don't
You can
know.
say he plays second fiddle.
I
He
don't know.
never took the.
I don't know. When he was when he was at what was that when he was at the Pelicans? I don't know, man. That boy was known as being top star, but the problem is they're both always being injured. They're both always being injured. You can't really depend on them. So you cannot depend on if Luka gonna come out and be in a whole full season because the dude is always hurt. He's always hurt.
You to the finals. Luka just went to the finals, and the year before that he was in the conference finals, and the year before that he got kicked out of the first round, and the year before that first round.
Yeah,
I can't say the same thing about AD.
You make it sound like Luka was the only one in that squad who's doing it, man. He also playing with an all star. He also playing with an all star.
Kyrie Irving was the first time he played with an all star. What?
Say what? Say it again.
Ain't the same.
Say what now?
Kyrie was the first time Luka ever played with an all star that can match his production. And then when it came to the finals,
when you by yourself, of course you're
gonna shut that man down.
Of course you're gonna jack up calls. You're gonna jack up shots because you're the only one there. But you know,
all I'm saying is this: Anthony Davis is a better He's a better supporting player than. He's a better supporting player
before that.
Go ahead. What
Luka, talking about? Okay, he's a better supporting player than Luka. He definitely is. He's a better supporting player.
AD's a supporting player at this. And I'm talking about at this point of his career.
Yes.
Luka is the star. Yes. AD is the supporting player. He's a number 2.
Yes.
It's okay to be a number 2.
Yes.
Scottie Pippen was a number 2. Probably the greatest number 2 of all time. Jordan couldn't win without Scottie Pippen. I can tell you who could win without, who was never a number 2 and didn't need and drug all mad people. Oh, I'm just okay. I was about to say LeBron, but LeBron needed people too. So at the same time,
I'm about to put a
I can tell you who never. I can tell you who never put. I can tell you who never put the team on their back and drug them to a finals. AD. So that's my thing. Like,
you know, we go. You know, it's sad because we just pull this up right now, and I don't have my hand on any. I don't have my hand on any stats, whatever the case is. But to say AD,
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Don't worry, I got you.
You don't need
I got
us.
you.
To
I
say
got
AD
you.
is bad, that he's not
didn't say
he's not
AD
an
was
all-star is crazy. That boy is.
We never said he wasn't an all-star.
No, we
didn't
no
say he's an all-star.
no, you're wrong. It wasn't
You
we.
said he's not an all-star?
I say you said that he was an all-star, but don't say we, because there is someone here who said he's not an all-star. Yes,
that's on his resume.
No, hold on. I'm just trying to correct you, but it was just
I'm
you.
just saying. Okay,
and I
okay.
say he's an
Technically, yes. If I'm just saying, technically, yes. Okay, but not last year. He wasn't.
Okay, look, I'm not going to get into that right now because I don't have my notes.
Okay, but let's look at this. Look at this. So this is Anthony Davis's average, right? We'll go through the years. So I'll go through up until 2018 because I think that's when Luka came into the league. 25 points per game, 25.7, 24.7, 25.9, 23.2, 21.8, 26.1, and 25.9. Right?
What are you
Now,
talking about?
Luka, and I think
what are you talking about?
Anthony Davis. And if you want to go his greatest that he averaged was with the what do you call it? The New Orleans Pelicans. And that's what he averaged. That was the best one he had was 28 points. And that was in 2016 to 2017.
Okay, what are the field goal percentages?
Field goal percentages?
Yeah.
Hold up.
As a center, he should have a higher field goal percentage than Luka.
You dang Skippy. You know why? Because one is a guard, also is a forward. He holds the balls in his hand. He brings it down. All that. So what you saying? So what you saying? You know where I was going, Jordan. You know where I was going. You know where I was going.
That doesn't. I'm saying fundamentally that is irrelevant because one is
for this conversation it's irrelevant. For this conversation, it is irrelevant. To you, I get it.
Period. That's not. Okay. It makes sense. You're talking about a guy who stands 2 feet away from the basket. That's the guy who brings up and initiates the play. That's
right.
Just fundamental basketball.
Not for Luka. Luka be jacking him up.
That has nothing to do with field goal percentage. If you're talking about, you're right. He jacks him up.
Well, field goal percentage means based on how much you shoot and how much you make. So you can look at it like a higher percentage of the goal.
But if I'm getting the ball, but if I'm getting the ball underneath the basket, and another thing people always attack AD on, and AD doesn't even want to play center. Okay, so he gets to, guess what? He don't got to worry about not playing center with the Lakers because guess what? Dallas got 2 centers for him, so he can go back to playing the 4. That's the only time he ever won a chip when he was at the 4 anyway.
Anyways, I was saying, like you were interrupting me, right? So, as I said, like Anthony Davis when he was with the Pelicans, that was his best time. That was his best time for like points per game, which was 28 points per game.
Yeah, because he had nobody on the team.
So now with Luka, you have 28.1 last year, 33.9 year before, 32.4, 28.4, 27.7, 28.8. So he's playing he's consistently playing at like the pinnacle of what Anthony Davis is playing, right? Like his worst years was at Anthony Davis's best
7 years in the league.
So I don't understand
7 years in the league.
What you're saying when he's like, okay, like
crazy.
If somebody scoring more, like yes, I get it. Defense, yes, it covers and everything like that too, right? But also offense covers the same thing too.
It's part of the game.
It is.
It is part of the game.
He one-sided.
We're not denying that.
He one-sided. You can't depend on it.
But AD is too. AD can be.
That's what I'm saying. You can say the same thing for Anthony Davis.
No, you can't.
You can say the same thing.
No, you can't. No, you can't because he's
because he's a better offense
He's a better offense than Luka is defense. That's what you trying to say right now.
No.
So you gonna try to say he's not a better offense than Luka's defense?
No, he's not.
Luka has zero defense. Zero.
He's playing
That
pretty good
dude has
defense in the
zero
finals.
defense.
I can tell you that. He was playing pretty good defense in the finals. He was.
Who?
You want to try to tell me he wasn't?
Who? Luka? Yeah, I can tell you he wasn't.
Yeah.
I can tell you
Okay.
he wasn't.
All right.
Gosh, Luka really wasn't. He really wasn't.
No,
He wasn't playing that good.
He was definitely playing better. Like, look, I'm saying he was definitely playing better than what he really was.
Only up until he faced the Celtics.
No, Celtics. I'm talking about the
Luka's
Celtics
offense. Luka's offense is his defense. Like
You can say that.
that, and you gotta
you
put
can say
good
that.
defensive
I'll
players
give you
around
that.
him.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
And you gotta put good defensive players around Luka.
Okay,
Luka can step up at times. I've seen Luka. Luka averaged a good amount of steals in the playoffs. I think he led the playoffs in steals. So there's
That's what I was
aspects
talking
of his
about,
game where he can step up. But at least he's there consistently in the playoffs. I can't say the same about AD.
Okay.
AD be lost
All right.
sometimes.
Let me ask you a question.
We have beat this down too much. Go ahead.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna put this to rest.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right, Steph Curry, is he a great defensive player?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay,
Right?
never mind.
He's
No,
a good.
he's not.
He's good.
He's not
really
great.
good.
He's
I don't know if he's
not
great,
great.
but he's really good.
He's
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 decent.
never. He's
That
never
dude
been
steals-
reliable. He's never
Come
been
on.
reliable.
That's
He's not
exactly.
known. He's not known for his defense.
He's never
He's
been
not known
reliable.
for his
Well,
defense.
you talking about the best shooter in the world? Of
No.
course, he's not known for his defense.
Yeah,
But don't trip. But no.
But you can't.
You can't compare it. You can't compare him with Luka. You cannot compare them two.
No,
You
I'm
can't
not trying. I'm not trying to say.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not trying to say he's as good. I'm not trying to say Luka's as good as him. I'm just trying to say is this: is that Luka is known for like his shooting, right? Not as good as Steph Curry. I get it.
Yes,
right? He's known for his shooting. But I'm just saying.
Yes.
Anthony Davis is
shooting.
like kind of sort of known for
I know what you're trying to do,
his
but this bad person.
rebounding. Not just his shooting, his rebounding,
his
rebounds
assists,
too, his playmaking
rebounds.
ability, his offensive IQ,
Yes.
his ability to get to the foul line. All of that AD can't do. He shoot threes, put people on skates. AD can't do all the stuff that
AD
Luka
can't get
does
to the line.
offensively.
AD can't get to the line because he's really good getting to the
I
line.
promise you.
Not the way that Luka can get to the line.
I promise you, anybody would say that Luka is a better player than Anthony Davis at this point. Anybody would say that. And people are saying that the Mavericks are idiots at this point. They're idiots. That's across the board.
I don't know. I don't know. They got Anthony Davis in that trade. They got an all-star for an all-star. I won't say
exactly,
idiot,
and that's why they're idiots.
But they haven't really lose
They
anything.
got a former all-star that we got to update. We got to update our resume.
Look here.
All-star for a current all-star.
Look here. Right now.
No matter how you cut it.
Look, right now.
No matter how you cut it.
Maverick crazy if you want, but Maverick right now is in a better position at going to the championship this year than it was with Luka on there. All right? Hear from me now. Okay. Like I say, today.
Jordan, this is a Maverick burner account.
We're talking about
the
today.
Maverick burner accountants right now.
We're talking about today. All right. Well, you heard
Dad,
from me first.
You must know the owner. You must know the owner.
Dad, even if we're talking about today,
that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so
that's what we're talking about because the trade went today.
Wait, we're talking about today, right?
Yeah.
So it matters where you're at, where your team is at today. The Lakers. Let me double check. I'm gonna triple check. The Lakers are currently the 5th seed, and I don't think the Mavericks are the top 5 seed. So currently, right now, the Lakers are in a better position than the Mavericks.
Before the trade.
Now let me double check.
Before the trade. Before the trade, you said. I mean, before the trade.
Before the trade, right now, the Lakers are the 5th seed.
Okay, and what's the Maverick?
Let me double check for you.
All right, go ahead, double check.
The Mavericks are the 9th seed.
The Mavericks in the 9th seed. Okay. Before
And
the
the
trade,
Lakers are the 5th seed.
Okay. Before the trade, who the Lakers had?
AD and LeBron, yes.
Okay, and then before the trade,
Luka was injured.
And then who can they depend on in the Mavericks right now? Can they depend on the
Not
Mavericks
AD.
right
Who can they depend on?
No, because AD went
Not
on.
AD.
I was on. They was on the team, Joshua. I'm talking about before the trade. Who are Mavericks? Who the Mavericks can depend on? Who is it?
Who can they depend on? Luka.
No.
And Kyrie.
I'm just saying. But okay. But obviously, with AD, the team is better than with Luka. That's all I'm saying. Because you the one provided those stats, not me.
I don't know how
I didn't bring those. I didn't bring this because you just told me the Lakers is in a better position than what you call it. You said the Lakers are better position than Mavericks.
Built around Luka. The team was built around Luka. How can you say that now that the core piece that made that team run is no longer there or no longer coming back?
Yeah, you got the best player in the team. You got the best player in the Mavericks, and you're trading them
for another All-Star.
For a third best player in the Lakers.
You're trading a top five player in the league.
If you try to say second or third,
second or third. You want to say All-Star?
Are you crazy?
You want to say All-Star like he was All-Star last year and he wasn't?
That dude is an All-Star.
Best player in the league.
So that dude is an All-Star.
Who's the best player in the team?
In the league.
The Lakers. Who's the best player in the team?
Who's the best player in the Lakers, Dad?
On the Lakers.
I'm gonna have to say LeBron.
Who's the best player on the Lakers?
Okay, so the second. All right.
The best player on the team.
You can use edge all you want. You can use edge all you want, but I believe if LeBron was to go to Mavericks, he'd be the best player over there too. Say he won't. Say he won't. Say he won't.
No, I don't think so.
Come on, bro.
He wouldn't be.
Come on, bro.
He wouldn't be.
So right now, Luka is number one and LeBron's number two. So Luka's number one, LeBron number two. On the Lakers right now, Luka's number one and LeBron number two.
At this point in the age?
Listen.
No. What it is? No. What it is? Right now, you said Luka's number one, LeBron's number two. Right now.
Yes, player-wise, yes. This is not crazy, Dad.
Okay.
Everybody in their mamas, the top
Obviously
five
not
best
everybody.
players in the league.
Okay.
Hold on. The top five. So you have LeBron in the top five best players in the league?
Huh?
Is the top five best players in the league?
You said, do I think LeBron is a top five players in the league?
Best player right now in the league is LeBron top five.
No, he's not.
You got Anthony Williams. You got Anthony Edwards. You got
Jokic, former champion. You got Giannis, a former champion. You got Luka, went to the NBA Finals, killing it. Everybody got him there. Okay, now who are the next two?
Don't be saying former champions. Don't say about former champions like that means something because LeBron got a few of those. But go ahead.
Kevin Durant.
I know, but I'm saying, Kevin Durant's probably around 8 or 9. He's not in the top 5.
See, I don't know, man, because the only reason I say that because that dude,
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
that boy tough.
Right now,
that boy tough.
Probably somewhere in the top 5 too.
That boy tough.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying. So if I'm just talking pure basketball player, and these guys are the top players right now.
But
LeBron's probably like 6. LeBron probably like 6 or 7.
I don't know though. I don't know. I'm seriously
you
don't
got
know.
Jason Tatum. People want to give Jason Tatum crap, but Jason Tatum, NBA champion, he's top. To me, he's top 5 in the league. He's probably number 5.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, if you put old man in that game, man, and he just put his head to it and say he want to take over, I don't know anybody in the league would be able to stop him. I don't know anybody to stop that dude. Nobody. He would take completely over. I'm just saying.
Same with Luka.
I'm just saying.
Same with Luka.
Yeah.
Same with Luka.
Luka take himself out the game.
Who's stopping Luka?
He's not. He's not.
If Luka wants to get a bucket,
His mind. His
if
mind.
Luka
Luka.
wants to
He
get
can't.
a bucket,
He can't think that well.
what?
He can't.
If Luka wants to get a bucket, who's stopping him? Nobody.
Yeah, like you, somebody can stop LeBron. Right. I want to know who that
I'm
is.
saying,
I mean, now they can.
I want to know
Now
who
they
that
can.
is.
Now
I
they
want to
can.
know who that is. And then you're still talking about LeBron could turn his defense over and
Hold
just
on,
shut
hold
your
on.
best man down if he
Yes,
won't.
but if I'm looking at what happened to LeBron versus the Nuggets, and he gassed out, and he didn't have nobody out there to help him. Austin Reeves ain't showing up. Austin Reeves is like a third, fourth option. Your boy AD was nowhere to be found. Got to put an ABP on him. You got to put Amber Alert out on the AD. You got to put everybody. Got to go get a private investor there to go find AD, because where AD be
But
at when LeBron needs him
funny.
most.
It's funny when you try to put. It's
The,
funny how
the
you
dude
try to
is
put
like,
him up
look,
against
Jack, you
somebody.
don't know this
You
reference.
said that he's
You don't
40
know
years
this reference,
old.
but AD.
But then when we're talking
Yeah,
about to try to go against with
exactly.
AD, you wants to go and say
Exactly. He's
that dude got
40.
all that kind of game. He 40 years old. He had to take over, but he was able to take over, right? Why was he able to take
No,
over?
he didn't. He
Obviously,
lost.
the age really don't matter.
He lost
Obviously,
the
the age
game.
really don't matter.
He lost the game. No, he didn't. I'm saying he did all this by himself. I'm saying your number two guy AD didn't show up for him. I'm saying, you
Okay.
know what's not gonna happen? Hey, when Luka shows up and puts that jersey on, and hey, LeBron's gassed out and can't take it to the next level, you know who's gonna keep pushing the pace, keep putting up buckets? Your boy Luka.
How
Laker Luka.
how long Mr. Luka was putting up great crazy stuff? How long? How many?
Since he got in the league.
And how long he's been in the league?
His whole career.
How long he's been in the league?
His whole career.
How long he's
8
been in the
years,
league?
at least. 8 years, I think.
At least years?
8 years.
Yeah. How many rings he got?
8 years.
How many rings he got?
You're right, 0. But guess what? He might get one with LeBron.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, don't worry, Jordan, because he's about. He's about to get another one. He's about to get another one with LeBron. He's about to get another one with LeBron.
Not another.
Because I can tell you one thing, ain't gonna be the Mavericks.
Not another. He don't have one.
Oh, he about to get one with them.
Oh,
LeBron.
okay.
You
All
know?
right. Okay. The so-called GOAT. Got you. All right. So we not beat this up. You know, that was fun. That was fun.
All right. So yeah, let's move on to the next topic. You know, we talk about, you know, the GM doing something with the Mavericks. What about our GM? What are we doing over there, Josh, with the Cowboys?
Oh man,
what we doing?
Yeah, the other Dallas greatness. Go ahead, talk to us. But
okay.
Go ahead.
Across the Metroplex, right? So I mean, right now, let's see. Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. I won't even say Jerry Jones. I'm actually, I'm happy about Jerry Jones right now. Not Jerry Jones. With the team, I'm never happy with Jerry Jones. But Stephen Jones said something quite, that was quite encouraging. He's like, they have to take another hard look at it. I know that you guys are like, okay, well, we're going to take a hard look at free agency or whatever like that. A hard look how we do business. But I think they actually, when he went to the I forgot what the bowl was that called. Was it the Shining Bowl, the Shrine Bowl, or whatever? So when they went there, he was like, look, he understands. I get the whole quote unquote thing, but he was like, look, we have this bad label now that's associated with us, that we've never been to the NFC Championship in 30 years. And that really is beating us down. So we're gonna change a new way how we do free agency. We're gonna change the way how we do new things. So right now, and even do the coaching process, right? So I mean, look, trust me, I'm kind of a little excited because he never said that before. But like, I'm kind of like, you gotta prove it to me to show me. But at least he's doing it now with the staff, like. They are taking their hands completely off, right? They're taking their hands completely off, and Brian Schottenheimer is definitely in the one in control, and you can definitely see this because there's a lot of people that's associated with this staff is not associated with the Dallas Cowboys. Now you got Matt Eberflus, right? Matt Eberflus, he's the defensive coordinator, right? Then you have who did they pick? Clayton Adams, who's the offensive coordinator. Then they're currently looking down at Tashard Choice. I mean, you're gonna have to pay some money for Tashard Choice, man, because that dude's doing a lot of good things in Texas University right now. So I mean, he's doing some great stuff. They might go ahead and try to get Rashad Penny or whatever have you right there. And then, like you're showing right now for the graphic, as far as the defense goes, they got some pretty decent staff right now. They got Dave Berzongi, the linebackers coach that was associated with the. No, I get it, it's the Bears, but if you notice what he did with the linebackers, you'll be excited, right? He coached under my Eberflus. So this is not anybody that's associated with the Dallas Cowboys. It's one of Matt Eberflus's guys. So is Andre Curtis, which is the defensive pass game coordinator, which he's also was coached on the same staff, not only as Eberflus, but he also coached on the same staff as Schottenheimer and Seattle Seahawks. And then the defensive line coach, which a lot of people should be associated with, because I believe that they had like a top 10, top 5 defensive line underneath uh, Aaron White Cotton. I mean, look, I can't knock him for his last name, but it's neither here nor there. But you know what I mean? You're gonna have to blame his parents for that. Like, but
What in the
as
world?
far as a defensive line coach, as far as a defensive line coach, you know, he's been doing a great job with the Jets and stuff like that. So I mean, they do have a pretty good lineup right now, and so I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of excited at what I see right now. So yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking at those guys you were talking about, the Dave, the Andre, and the Aaron, and it do looks like we are. It do look like we are. Even with the people we have right now, it do look like they're trying to clean up. They're trying to make it, so we can be somewhat competitive with what we have. And I'm trying my best to figure out, with the staff with the players that we have right now, and the coach, to get those positions. How are we going to mend, in the NFC? So looking at what we have right now, and looking at, and I think they were just up here just a second ago with the there you go, Everfloss, and as I head coach, I
Leave
mean
it
not
on there.
head
Leave it on
coach,
there.
defense. So looking at, we got the Washington Commanders, who's looking like they're really doing something right now. That Jalen Daniels boys, and then you still have that running back, and on the Eagles, it's like, are we going to be able to what we have right now? Looking at our defense schedule, I mean not schedule, looking at our defensive staff. Do you guys think we're going to be able to? Not that I'm not worried about Giants, but do you guys think we're going to be able to make a real move this upcoming season with what we have with the staff? What you got?
With this current roster, like if they don't make any changes at all.
Well, we're gonna have to make some change because the draft is coming up. But I'm just talking
So if
about
they
what
do,
guy.
okay. So let's say if they make reasonable amount of changes.
Sure, let's go with that because we don't know in the future
All right,
holds.
I will say this: if they make if they make a reasonable amount of changes with like I'm saying, like a couple of signings here and there, I think the Dallas Cowboys will be competitive, right? Maybe not as competitive as they were before, right? But um they will be competitive. Now, if you know they hit free agency and they knock it out of the park and they go with like Jordan's favorite player, Ashton Janti, you know, and they pick him up or whatever like that,
Damn,
then
you
okay.
butchered his name.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really good with names, y'all. So look,
Gentry.
the thing is,
Gentry.
yep,
Feels good.
yes. If you guys pick up Gentry, um, if they pick up Gentry and some other key players right there, re-sign Osadigizua because he's a pretty good defensive tackle, even though he doesn't really fit the makeup of Eberflus's three tech, but he's still a really good player. But like you keep on doing stuff like that, I think they can go back to being number one in the NFC East, right?
Really? Okay.
I
Wow.
I'm still. I know this sounds bad, and look, people are going to argue with me. People are going to argue with me, and look, some part of it, as far as
I was,
last year, I
I
have
was
no
right there
basis
with
to
you
stand
for
on
a
this.
minute.
I have no basis to stand on this for. I have no basis to stand on this, but I still think the Dallas Cowboys have the better quarterback. I really do. I still think
Well,
that they have the better quarterback.
I want to come
And
up
and
again
look,
and discuss this, but this
and
quarterback another time. But yeah, but I'm with you though. But we really would have discussed
but
it. But
look,
we
like
haven't seen him.
if somebody was like, hey, uh, who's a
Jaden Daniels.
quarterback for the Commanders? If
Jaden
they were to
Daniels.
say James Daniels, like they have a pretty, I mean, he's up and coming, like, and he's doing some good. Like, it's very hard to argue against that, right? It's very hard to argue against, especially when he went to an MC Championship his um his first year. Like also that he was like his completions were good. Like now, granted, they were like I'm gonna say easy completions, but they were enough to where like he's not making ball-headed mistakes. So he's up there. Like you can make the argument that he is the better quarterback at this point, or he has potential to be the better quarterback, right? But I'll still stand on the horse or whatever like that. I still think you have the best quarterback. And also, let me tell you a little bit about now you have Matt Eberflus's uh, picture up there. I want to thank,
But we got
by the way,
we're gonna have some real issues at
before you go,
quarterback though if
if they pick up
I
Shador
said we're gonna have
Sanders,
some real issues
the
at
Giants.
I was gonna say if Giants get Shador Sanders, we're gonna have some real issues.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that the NFC East will probably have the best quarterback class or quarterbacks out of all the divisions. But as I was saying before, Matty Flus, I would also want to thank Skywalker still. If you guys ever have a chance, go out see his um, his podcast. It's really really good. He's awesome links and stuff like that. That's where we kind of got some of our graphics and stuff like that from. But here's some of the stats Matt Eberflus has. He's top 10 in takeaways when he was playing with the Colts, right? This is when he was the defensive coordinator with the Colts for 4 years, right? Before he decided to take the mantle of the head coach for the Chicago Bears. Mind you, he became the head coach because he was such a great defensive coordinator. So out of out of the 4 years he was a defensive coordinator, they were top 10 in takeaways. They were top 10 in scoring defense 3 out of the 4 years. Top five in rush yards per game uh, in 2 out of the 4 seasons. And out of all the seasons, they were top 10 in total rush yards out of all 4 years he was. Look, so you have a very, it's not like the Colts was like getting like fan, like they were like crazy in the free agency period, right? I mean, they got DeForest Buckner and everything like that, and he was kind of a staple of their defense. And I hope the Dallas Cowboys does something in trade for them. I'll be ecstatic, and I will change my thing. I'll be like, they pick up DeForest Buckner, get a linebacker, and the wide receiver. We're cooking with grease, and pick up a Gentry in the what do you call it, in the draft. I'm thinking they're gonna go back to 12 wins. But anyway, so but right now I still have them on 7. But this should make you
You're doing a lot of
you all
wishful
whoever's
thinking.
listening. I know it is. So I still have my 7. So Eberflus they should make you excited because he did a lot with less, right? They're always concentrating. It seems like they're doing what they said that they were going to be doing, right? They got Brian Schottenheimer. They got Clay Adams, right? Clay Adams was definitely there. The rush is definitely what their focus is on. Rush defense and rush offense. They picked up Clay Adams because of his pin and pull concepts when
Clayton
it came to
Adams.
the old line. His what did I say?
Clayton.
Yeah, Clayton Adams with his pin and pull concepts. Brian Schottenheimer, he's going to focus on the run, right? That, and I'm not trying to say like, hey, take the ball to Dak's hands or give Dak some help because he's a bad
No, don't. No,
quarterback,
no, no. You're
but you
right. Definitely
need
take the ball out of Dak's hands.
he's still a really good quarterback. I
Yeah,
don't
but
care
you
what
still need to
anybody
keep him
says.
around. He still needs to be
Yes,
under 30 attempts.
yes. Not only just because of the fact that like it helps the Cowboys win games, but like you're prolonging the health of Dak Prescott. You don't want to throw his arm out. You right? Keep that up to 30 how should I say 30 throws or 30 attempts
25
or
to
less.
30.
Right?
20, yeah,
25 or
around
30. And
25 to
then
30.
if you have 25 to 30, you're going to win more games than you're losing them. So, and that's a ticket for the NFC Championship right there, right? So get a strong running back, get a person that's creative with O-line concepts, a person that's creative. And that's another thing that Clay Adams likes. He's heavy on the tight ends, right? Heavy on the tight ends. That means Dallas Cowboys is going to need to get somebody besides Blake Jarwin. And who's that other who the Dallas Cowboys picked in the second round? It's not. I forgot what his name was. It was a Shoemaker. Not Shoemaker.
Oh, yeah, it was
Um,
Shoemaker. I think it was. I think it was Shoemaker.
Schooner,
Schoonmaker, yeah, Schoonmaker.
Schoon. Yeah, yeah. So somebody besides those two, and even then, like I still think Schoon is definitely like a better blocker. So he's gonna be. I think this year is gonna be
Yeah,
Schoon's breakout season. I really do. So stand by for that. And then look, you're gonna have to if they. All I'm just saying is this: Brian Schottenheimer is putting up a good staff around him. They're focusing on the run. They're focusing on the run not only offense but also on the defense. So if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, as far as the staff goes, not the players, but as far as the staff goes, you should be excited for that, right? But you need both the staff and the players to not marry each other, but marry or to be coincide with one another, to sync with each other, so that way you can have a very good football team, right? Because they can only bring the level of talent up so far, right? You've got to have talent too to get to where you need to go, right? You still need a wide receiver number two because I don't know if Brandon Cook's still going to be here. You still need a running back. You still need uh, a guard. So you still need a defensive, a three tech. You still need a linebacker because you don't even know if Eric Kendrick's going to be there. Overshawn is out. You still need a cornerback. You still need safeties. So if you understand what I'm saying, and these are not, what should I say? These are not depth pieces. These are your starters. So right now, the Cowboys has a lot of work to do when it comes to free agency. If they don't fill those two up, it's not a lot that these coaches can work with to bring them to where they need to go.
All right, what you got, Jordan?
yeah. Josh knows so much. I wish I could. I'm like,
I was waiting for
uh,
somebody to like take
what?
over.
Well, I was trying to interject, but I didn't want to cut you off your train of thought too. Like one of the things you
I'm gonna
said
interject.
about them getting another tight end. I think they really need to stop looking for another Jason Witten. And I think that's what they try to go. They're
Yes,
looking for another Jason Witten, somebody who can block and catch.
agree.
Hey, these days these kids are straight, almost receivers. So go, and that's been the most successful tight ends nowadays are your Andrews or your Travis Kelsey's. Like I think we need to go and go find us like that. I think one of our best draft picks that we never really utilized at tight end. I think he was probably our best tight end since was Martellus Bennett, who they never utilized correctly. But yes, I agree. I think tight end is way at the bottom of my totem pole of draft needs. Um, but I do agree with you.
I mean, yeah.
Out of Schottenheimer, every coaching hire I'm not mad at, especially the Matt Eberflus pickup. I thought that was crazy. I didn't expect us to get a competent a competent defensive coordinator, somebody that actually is a fresh has fresh ideas, very nuanced in his schemes. If you guys ever watched the Colts, you would know that that man was calling some great defensive plays, uh, doing some great defensive play calling. So I definitely agree. I still don't know. Like you were talking about, they're prepping to be a run oriented team. I hope so, Josh. I mean, that's what Schottenheimer said, but I know Jerry likes to get in the way. I know they paid Dak a lot of money. Uh, I know that Jerry loves to see air. That's why he loves Tony Romo as well. He loves to see that ball get thrown. Everything they're saying sounds like it looks like they really haven't said that they're focused on running, running, running. At least not the coaching staff, but I'm talking about Jerry and Steven. Um, so everything on like in a fantasy land, it all feels like they're going in the right direction. Well, it actually, even Tashard Choice, I really think Tashard Choice is a would be a really good pickup. If you look at what he's done with Texas, he was coaching Bijan Robinson, who was a top pick and is killing it with the Falcons. He was a part of that Jalen Brooks, who just got drafted last year, and then I can't think of the other Texas kid's name who put up really good stats um, for this year too. He'll probably be a top maybe top five. He might be a top 10 running back that goes off the board this year. So I think him coming back to I think that's gonna be really good. You got a young guy, a younger coach in the running back room with fresh ideas, fresh perspective, and knowing how to play for the Cowboys. I think that'll be really good. What I'm really wondering about too is our new cornerbacks coach. Um, Overstreet. I'm learning about him, what that's gonna look like, what that dynamic is gonna look like. Uh, I don't know if you touched on the defensive line coach. I'm wondering what that's gonna look like.
Cotton, why Cotton?
What, yeah, what that's gonna look like with Eberflu. So there's a lot of stuff where a lot of things where I don't even know what. And this is the thing when you have a GM like Jerry who says the buck stops with him, right? So I don't know if this coaching staff really can get their, hands in the dirt like they need to, because I don't know what they're gonna do with Miles, right? I don't know what they're gonna do with. You were saying, oh boy, who's our other defense tackle? Oh, Digizul. I don't know
So also Digazua, like
what your
his.
plans.
I mean, look,
Yeah,
because his
I
cap
don't
hit
know
for
what your plans
20,
are
20
for him.
mil.
Right, and I also think you should trade Odizio because I think you could get something out of it. But I don't
Ooh,
know what the GM is thinking.
he's a
But
free
if I
agent
was a
this year.
coach,
He's
oh,
a
that's
free
right.
agent this year.
See, should have did last year. So I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know because I don't think a Diggy fits the Cowboys in their current or last year like their current state. I don't think he fit into that scheme well. I don't think he fits when you're not
He was
pairing him
definitely
with
the
some
best
with an
defensive tackle
actual.
there.
Yes, but I'm saying he doesn't fit well with them not
Those
having
elbows, squeeze the knee. Two gallops to your right, swing the axe, finish on the angle. Chest on your thigh, stay bound. Good. We go right-handed stagger, two gallops to your left, swing the axe, finish on the angle. So go.
story here nor there. But yeah, really interesting outside of Schottenheimer. I'm also kind of iffy on Clayton Adams as our offensive coordinator, just because I don't know what his play calling is going to look like. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where I haven't heard anyone talk about him as an offensive mind. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what he comes up with if he does even come up with anything, or is he gonna what is his game plan gonna be? What is his thought process? And we'll get a lot of this when the season comes and we start seeing, the play calling, and we're able to find out if he's actually calling plays or it's gonna be Schottenheimer calling plays and maybe him just prepping the players and plays that they're gonna run that shot he's probably calling. That's my only thing. Yeah, and then I get that he was an O-line coach, but now you have another O-line coach. So that's another thing too, like clashing of philosophies. He might be great at something. We have two guys. Well, I did it this way, but it's my job, so let me do it this way. So that's going to be interesting, especially because he's the offensive coordinator. He's going to have different priorities. But is his mind going to be with more so what is the best for the O line or like that direction? This is a whole bunch of question marks that we're not going to see until it comes probably maybe practice, training camp. So yeah, I mean, I just got question marks on it. It could be like he's a genius and he'll be sought after the first season with Dallas, but we won't know until we get.
There's a lot of people. First of all, a lot of and just to carry on what you were saying, Clayton Adams, he's been a staple, if you will, in the Arizona Cardinals. When Arizona Cardinals found out
Right.
that they were trying to block him, so this is what the Cowboys did. So I have to get more information on this, but the Arizona Cardinals were trying to block the Dallas Cowboys from interviewing Clayton Adams. So what they did was they interviewed, because Clayton Adams is a running backs coach, or I believe, or the O line coach, one of those O line or running backs. I think it's an O line coach or whatever like that. But he had a lot of his implementation into offense.
He was the O line coach.
And so what they did was they interviewed him for the offensive coordinator. You can't block a personnel if they're going for a position that's higher than the position that they were currently in or whatever. So a lot of people from the Arizona Cardinals are really mad at that. I mean, if you guys want to see how the concepts of that, look at what happened when the Arizona Cardinals last time the Arizona Cardinals played the Dallas Cowboys, and how the Dallas Cowboys defense fared with the Arizona Cardinals. They were running all over them. I can tell you that. And these were these no name offensive line and stuff like that. So if you want to look at his implementations, he's really good at the run game.
All right.
They're not the top 10 names, I'm saying. But
I mean, you're giving them a lot of high praise, but I'm just saying from a perspective of offensive play call. That's all I'm saying. It's like I wonder what that's gonna look like. I can't knock him or put him up on I can't give him props or it's just a mystery. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, he was a part of that offensive line that whooped on us, but the Cardinals always whoop on us. We just never seem to be prepared. Yeah, we just never seem to be prepared for an easy win because they always come out and play us. But yeah, I just wonder what he's going to have offensive play calling. I wonder too how much he contributed to, what made them think that he'll be a good offensive coordinator. I wonder what that interview would look like. So I can't wait to go and dig in and hear, get the questions, because I know that they're playing our Dallas Cowboys reporters. They definitely like to ask the hard-hitting questions. So I look forward to hearing more from what his concepts and philosophies will be.
All right. Well, look here. It's time for us to go ahead on a break on out. The Super Bowl is coming up. And we're going to come back again, and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and what we believe. Are we going with the Philly, or are we going with them Kansas City Chiefs? Can he do it? Can he do it? You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's happening and see what our boys talking about. And we're going to have some fun about that. And you guys take care. And if you like what you heard, if you want to see some more of that, hit that like button below and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? It's important for us. And, share this with a couple of friends who love the Dallas Cowboys. That's right. All the views. And so we'll see you again next week. Well, actually, a little later this week.
Put
Right
in the
before
comments who's better. Put in the comments who won the trade, Lakers or the Mavericks, and also put in who is a better player at this point. Who y'all think is a better player at this point of their career? That's what I want to know.
You already know. You already know.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not anything.
All right, guys. See you later. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Peace.
Wake up!